DDG was at Dreamcon. Someone said something obscene, and the question is, does your freedom of speech versus fighting words, who's right in this situation? Let's take a look. So I'm coming to the conclusion that most people don't know that the First Amendment does not cover obscenities. I'm also coming to the conclusion that most people do not know what the categorical approach of the First Amendment is, which is that 1.7.5, the categorical approach that covers everything. Calm down. Calm down with that garbage shit. Calm down. So when you look at the Constitution and you read the freedom of speech, it only refers to how you are dealing with politics and religion, even some journalism, but it doesn't have anything to do with your interactions with everyday people. Even though DDG is a streamer, he's still an everyday person, and you have to govern yourself accordingly. If you're not in your neighborhood spitting out obscenities to people in your neighborhood, why would you do it to a streamer? You wouldn't.
We're walking night for this.
Hold this real quick.
What we got going?
Mike, hold it. It takes hold it. What you say?
What we got going?
What you say? Doodle garbage.
So you have to read the First Amendment rights for what it actually is for, instead of assuming that you have the right to say obscene things. The only reason people in America think that is because of what they were doing during Jim Crow and segregation. You had all these fake white people pretending like they were who they weren't, acting out in a way that they shouldn't have been. That's never been covered under the Constitution.
No, that's my brother.
So if you are in public and you screaming obscenities, or you defaming somebody, or you provoking someone to fighting words, that's never been covered on your First Amendment right. You don't have a right to check this.
Come on, check it.
Can I just see the video real quick?
And what's obscene? Well, obscenities is whatever the person feels is obscene to them. If you calling somebody out their name, then that's some obscenity. You don't do that to anybody. And if you get punched in your mouth, then that's your fault. And y'all need to start handling it just like that, instead of letting people get away with this nonsense, because it's getting out of hand at this point.
Watch out, watch out.
Y'all good?
Hey, you know where's that going?
Where shit go?
Where the crowbar's at? Hey, nigga, you straight. Nah, he got a head.
Nah, he got
a...
And so furthermore, just remember, they used to duel back in the day. So, yeah, they would have to have had something in place that would have kept people from unaliving a whole bunch of other people. So, yeah, you wouldn't be able to say obscene things to nobody, because back then, they would have just been meeting you at dawn and it would have just been over with. You can't do that. Govern yourself accordingly. Peace.